It was a good win against Airdrie. Does that take a little pressure off after 3 defeats?
No, not really. Obviously we want to win every game, but again, fans will get sick of me saying it. I think you just focus on the next game. Disappointed the previous 3 games. Spoke about them enough. I think as a group we move on, so win the next game, move on, get on to the Ross County game. So it was just good to get 3 points back on the board. I think it was a convincing victory. Where it were best, probably not. I don't think the game at the weekend coming off helped either team to be honest. I think Rafe had Airdrie were a couple of weeks without a game and then us, so I think it was a slow start. But I thought the boys created some really good chances, dominated most of the ball, created good chances, scored 2 goals. Sloppy first goal we conceded, but no, 3 points, decent enough performance, move on to the next game.
One particular good point was Robbie Fraser. He's came in at the building. How happy were you with his contribution?
Really happy, to be fair. I spoke to the wee man when he came in. I told him he was going to have to bide his time. And Robbie can play up one, so Robbie's not shoehorned into being left back. And I spoke to him and said, Clark, he's been really solid for us most of the season. I said, so you're going to have to bide your time, but you have the luxury, you can play 2 or 3 positions. Against Queen's Park, I just felt we needed a wee bit more kind of legs in the wide area. Chris was getting us there, so got Robbie on there. But Clarkie's picked up a knock, so it's kind of opened the door for Robbie to come in and hit the ground running in terms of starting the fixture, because he would have had to work hard to get in the team, because Clarkie's played quite well throughout the season. Clarkie's been one of really solid. So Clarkie got a bit of a knock. He's not been involved in the last squad. He's not going to be involved in this squad. Hopefully I've got back training next week at some point. But wee Robbie came in, I think he got man of the match, didn't he?
Yeah.
But I think he scores a goal with a header. It's a great leap, great anticipation, great endeavour to get there. I think it's a goal, I don't think it's a foul. So a wee bit harsh Dundee, the header at the back post.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a foul at all. And then he comes up with a really big goal for us in the second half. So I was really pleased with his performance. I thought him and Chris really dovetailed well for 2 players that have only really played 30 minutes here, maybe even a wee bit less than that, to be honest, because Chris came off at Queen's Park, didn't he? Sure he did. Did he?
Now you're asking me. I think he did.
Chris normally comes off. Anyway, for half an hour I played together. I know I had a lot of football together, trained together, worked in partners of playing the wide areas together, but I was really happy with they're a right handful, 2 of them playing that left hand side, so they dovetailed fairly well. He's earned his starting slot, so got his first goal in senior football. And I was speaking to somebody at Rangers last night about it actually. They say it's actually really fulfilling to be involved in moments like that in players' careers. Rangers have trusted us with a young player that's been in around the first team. You've got to remember he played in the Old Firm game the previous, was it the Sunday?
I was not long before it, yeah.
Thursday maybe. It was the Thursday, I think. Played in the Thursday and he played the following Thursday against Tottenham. So they've trusted us with a player that's been in and around the first team. He came in and we've managed to get him in the team through Clarkie picking up a knock. And he's came in, he's performed really well, but he scored his first senior goal in football at Livingston. And I think for us as a club, for both clubs, I think that's really fulfilling, and to play that part in a young man's career. And I think he's got a big career ahead of him, and hopefully we can kick on.
The league's always the main focus, but what are you in the squad looking for something different in the Scottish Cup? It's not been very fruitful for us over the years. Are we looking for something a wee bit different?
Let me smash that camera.
What?
The Scottish Cup's been horrific for me. Honest to God. The Saturday we got amateurs, we got to the final, but it's the one kind of cup where did we not get to the quarter-finals last year? Celtic, Parkhead. Was that the quarters in the last 16? Last 16?
Well, I think it was the last 16. Whatever I'm going to say is going to be wrong. So
whatever I'm going to say is probably going to be wrong. See, with the cup ties, you kind of play them, and if you get knocked out, they're gone and you just move on, so they're quite easy to forget. But I think for me personally, I think in the club, it's a cup. I'd love to have progressed a wee bit further than we have. So, yeah, massive cup, biggest cup in Scotland. I'd like to have seen a wee bit more progress, personally and collectively. So, tough draw tough draw. It's probably a half decent draw for Ross County, to be fair, really, a team that's in the Championship. They're the Premier League club, but for us there's a cost as us as a club even getting up there to play the fixture, and it's a really, really difficult fixture, so there is much easier ties there. I took anyone at home, and then when you look at that, you're looking logistically, geographically, you're going, we'd rather know. And let's be honest, Ross County's probably one of these rather know. If we hadn't played them the last 3-4 years in the Premier League, the fans would probably be buzzing about going up here. Yeah. But it's wee bit going back up to Ross County. So listen, take it for what it is. It's 90 minutes. And it's a fixture we're more than capable of getting something from, and we want to try. The fans who got there, put on a show, win the game of football and progress to the next round of the Cup. I know finances are really, really difficult at the football club, as they are most clubs in and around our size. And we need to try and progress from a financial point of view, but also from a sporting point of view.
Obviously you talked about the long trip to Dingwall. It came out that the Trust have put a bit of money towards the guys travelling up. How important it is to have good relationships with the people like the Trust?
I'll be honest, I think over the years it's kind of been the Trust in us. With Jane, I think Jane's done a fantastic job over the years, but I just feel something's maybe changed since the court cases now. The Trust now know who's in the club, who's in the building, and for them to put some money in, I don't think they actually all understand how much it means to the football club. Like me as well, like we're looking at it and we're going, to get the best sporting chance to try to get through, we really need to try and get up there the night before. You've got to do that, you've got to try. And with the Trust putting a wee bit of money in, whether it's for the bus or whether it's for, it doesn't matter, it all goes into the collective pot. I think it's huge, and I want to thank you wholeheartedly, every member of staff, every single player. Really thank you for helping us contribute to getting up to Dingwall tonight and preparing the players as best as we can to try and progress the club to the next round. So it's huge. I hope we can do a lot more of this kind of thing with one another, work closer together. And I'm not going to say a better relationship, because I don't think we've had a terrible relationship. I just think it's been a wee bit disjointed at times. So it'd be nice to bring the Trust in a wee bit closer to the people at the football club. But I can only speak for me, the management, the staff and the players. And thank you very much, because it means a lot to us. It means a lot to us as a group that you're actually actively helping us try and progress to the next round of the Cup.
Obviously there was a disappointment of relegation last year, Davey, but is it important to test yourself against these types of teams like Ross County again and see where you're at?
I think it's a good barometer. You're going to go up there, it's a one-off game, and I've been in the flip end of that the last 6 years playing lower league opponents, and Inverness done it to us, so it's a good barometer where you are as a group. There's not a lot of what I would say in terms of league placings, but you 5-6 places, a difference between one another, something along the lines. And I've been very vocal when I was in the Premier League and in the Championship. I don't think there's a lot in between the bottom of the Premier League and the top 5-6 in the Championship. I don't think there's a lot in it. In a one-off game, anything can happen. You know they've signed a couple of players. They're big, strong, powerful. They've got a certain identity how they win games of football, and I think they've performed fairly well this year, so it's not going to be an easy game of football. But as a group, I think there's less pressure on us. We've got there the underdog. For some reason, I just think it suits Livingston to be the underdog. Yeah. And it's not a tag I enjoy. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy being the underdog. I have in the past, but I don't want to be the underdog. But I think it actually suits us at times, and going up to play a Premier League club, I think it will suit us. So I'm really looking forward to the fixture. Again, you go back to this kind of the league, you'll be playing each other 4 times potentially in a league fixture. So going up there probably doesn't mean as much in terms of the travel up there going to play Ross County, but because we know this is it is going to be a one-off game, maybe. I think it just adds a wee bit extra to the tide, you know, think so? Yeah, like going up there and playing against them, so you actually look forward to it slightly a wee bit more than what you probably would have if this is the second time you've done it, or you're going to be doing it again throughout the season. So really looking forward to it, and hopefully there's boys in our changing room that haven't played Premier League football, but they've played Premier League opponents, so they'll be looking forward to it as well. And you've got boys like Scott Pittman, Ryan McGowan, Stevie May, Andrew Shinnie, Stephen Kelly, Jamie Brandon. There's boys that will want to go out and make their mark in the game as well, to show that they're still they're still capable of playing at that level.